Yeah. All right, are we at five?
Oh boy. Yeah, let's go. Top five. You're gonna have a field day with this one.
Number five, DeAndre Yedlin. I don't think it's too bad of a pick. Seventh most titles won. Sold for the 16th highest amount back in, oh gosh, when
Like
did he get sold?
2014.
2014. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were to convert that over, it's a good fee today. And he's got the most international appearances of any homegrown on the list, American or otherwise. The guy has come out of an MLS academy, made it in Europe, bounced around Europe, then came home, was great in the national team, still does relatively well in the national team to the chagrin of damn near everybody who watches the team. But he's done the job and he's done very well. So DeAndre Yedlin at five, I think, is a good spot.
I am going to reserve judgment.
Oh no.
I'm before I read off anybody in my top five other than number one, I'm just gonna remind those that are listening what my criteria is here.
Nobody
Before I
asked.
have
Don't
before I
care.
have every Euro snob blowing up my DMs, because I know tons of people listen to this episode and they absolutely love them. I'm looking at what their impact was to the league. So if they went overseas, unless they did something immense while they were overseas, I'm really not factoring that in. So if someone makes a move, I will factor in the move itself. But if they make another move and then they do something like win the Austrian Bundesliga, I don't care because it's not going to do anything for MLS. With that being said, number five, I have Jordan Morris. 12,327 minutes played, was about middle of the pack in terms of minutes. I imagine Jordan's probably got many more minutes as long as he can stay healthy. 52 goals in those minutes was fantastic output. Um, again, was about middle of the pack, a little bit higher than that, a little bit above average or above the middle. 20 assists as well. So very good output, 72 goal contributions so far. The awards were off the chart, and I think that's really what pushed him up my list. He is MLS Rookie of the Year, MLS Comeback Player of the Year. He was a one-time MLS Best 11 and a two-time MLS All-Star. And just, I tried to rate each award, give them a certain amount of points. So like MLS All-Star doesn't have a lot of weight, but something like MLS Rookie of the Year does have a lot of weight. So when I mention MLS All-Star, I'm not saying that that's like on the same level of Rookie of the Year. He's also won two MLS Cups and he won CONCACAF Champions League, the first MLS side to win CONCACAF Champions League. And he's a big part of that team. So those drove him up my list a lot. And he has played just about 2,000 minutes with the national team to the disappointment of many Euro snobs. And I love it. Every single minute of that 1,970 and every single Euro snob tier, I drink it in. So, with all that being said, I think he's had a massive impact on the league, hence why he was all the way up at five for me.
He was at 17 for me, so he's not far off. Um, and really, actually, he was really at 16 until I moved players around. So, um, don't hate it. I agree with you. I think for me, what hurt him in my rankings was the fact that he was a one club guy. And again, if I had taken just a little bit more time to analyze it, he probably would have gotten closer to the top 10, maybe snuck in it at 10, right? Maybe Chris Richards drops,
I
maybe
bet
I
you
doubt it.
if Jordan Morris moved today to like a championship side for 5 million, I bet he would jump into your top 10.
Oh, I bet you if there was a loan fee associated with his move to Swansea, he jumps. But because there wasn't, it was a zero. Now, again, had I done a little bit more time, and this is the only thing I regret about my list, other than that, it's perfect. Had I taken a little bit more time to analyze why players were ranked where they were instead of just taking it and going, um, there would have been more movement. However, I analyzed 82 players, and I originally started with 400 and something. So cut me some slack, man. I've got a day job. Don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. So